All right, so moving on here, we've got slope-intercept form. We are now about to start drawing some lines. We're going to actually be graphing them. So previously, I just gave you a drawing. So I would give you a drawing like number 1 here, and I would say, hey, can you find the slope? And oh, by the way, can you also find the y-intercept? Now, I actually have 2 questions built into here. I've got 2 lines, but it doesn't matter. The fact is, I've given you the drawing. And sometimes I give you 2 points and I find you the slope, and we've noted that, okay, even though you give me the points, I can find the slope, there's no way for me to actually kind of get this y-intercept part. So now we're going to give you an equation that looks like this. There's an equal sign there, but it has a y as well. And what we want to do is we want to take this equation and we want to graph it. And what we're going to do is we're going to graph using the slope, so rise over run, and we're also going to graph using the intercept. Now remember that slope is considered the letter M, and the y-intercept we called the letter B. And notice that there's a B here in our formula, and that there's an M, there's an M in our formula. So right here is our slope, and right here is our y-intercept. It's actually very easy. So let's write it down. So our B is -1. So I'm going to start by saying, okay, well, here's my y-axis, and -1, that's where I cross. That's where I cross. So B is -1. I cross right here. Remember, this is the origin, and I go down 1. And then I've got a slope, M, which is 2. Now, 2 is a little misleading. We actually write that as 2 over 1. And we do that because there's always a rise and there's always a run. Now, it's a positive 2. So that means we're going to head up because positive numbers head up. And it's a positive 1, which means we go to the right. So if it's a negative up top, negative means we head down. If it's a negative on the bottom, that means we go to the left. So maybe we'll write that down in a moment, but let's start by saying, okay, we'll start at our y-intercept. We're going to go up 2 and then over 1. So I'll zoom in here. There's our dot, and I'm not going to show this, but I'm going to go up 2 over 1. So we'll see what I did there. I went up 2 and went 1 to the right, because it's up 2, 1 to the right. And then from there, I'm also going to go up 2 and over 1. And then we'll go up another 2 and right 1. Up another 2, right 1. And we keep doing this. Up another 2, right 1, until we run out of space. Now that's only half the question. So we want to keep with this pattern. So see here, if I were to connect these dots, it would need to keep going this way. So how do we do that? Well, we go opposite. Instead of up 2, we'll go down 2. Instead of right 1, we'll go left 1. And then we'll go down 2, left 1. Down 2, left 1. Down 2, left 1. And there we have it. We have created this line by using the y-intercept and then the all of the slopes. So then we can draw a line here all the way through, like you've seen that I've done here. And I usually put a arrow on the end. I don't know if there's a way for me to change this color. So change it. Yes, I can. Change the weighting of it. There we go. So at the end of it, you want to connect the dots and make your line. Now, just as a reminder, it might be worth noting, maybe I can do this over to the side here, that when we have our rise and our run, so let's just make a little note here, that when we have a rise and we have a run, run, and remember that's our slope, which we say letter M. Now, if it's a positive number, we go up, and if it's a negative number, we head down. Over, and if it's a positive number, you get to go right, And if it's a negative number, then you go left. So keep that in mind. Positive goes up, negative goes down. Positive goes right, negative goes left. Okay. Let's actually continue trying this here, because once you get the hang of it, it's very, very easy. So we start here. Our y-intercept is right there. So our b is -6. And I think I can do it nicer. There we go. And then our slope, which we have as letter m, that's the number in front here. That's 5/2, which is kind of nice. We don't have to make that as a fraction. That's a rise, and that's a run. Now note both of those numbers are positive. So a positive up top, like the note says, if it's a positive number, we're going to be heading up. And if it's a positive number on the bottom, that means you're heading right. So we'll be going up and right. Up and right. So you always have to start at your y-intercept. So -6. And that's right here. So I'm going to erase this in a second, but this is our origin. So -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. So that's where I started at -6, but I'm going to erase these. And then we have our slope, which is a rise. We'll rise up 5 and 2 to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 to the right. So I went up 5, 2 to the right. And then we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 to the right. Is there more? Can I do another one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 to the right. Whoops. Now, is there any way I can go this way? Down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I could go. I will. It's just one off the graph. Usually I don't like to go off the graph, but I wanted to do. I did a couple or 3 of them heading in this direction, but I wanted to do at least one heading in that direction. So now we can connect the dots and make a line. So just connect the dots and we're good to go. Okay, so our b here, our b value is a +8. I'll do the plus as well because it is important. So it's a +8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's our y-intercept. We'll cross at 8. I don't need these numbers. And then I have a slope. My slope is -4/3. So I should write this down here. B was 8. And our slope, m, is -4/3. Now this is strange because where does the negative sign go? You can see from here the negative sign isn't on the top or the bottom. So you just need to know that convention is that we'll put the plus sign at the top. So I'll put it right here. Doesn't really matter. I could put it on the bottom, but I'm not going to because most of us will just put it up top. Now, what does that mean for up and down? So the top is negative, so that means we're going to head down. That's our rise. We're going to rise down, and that's positive, so we're going to go to the right. So we are going to move 4 down and then 3 to the right. So 4 down. So it's 4 down, 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 to the right. I don't need these. Can I fit another one in? Down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 to the right. There we go. Now I would really like to go in the other direction because I don't even have any there, but I'd have to go up 4, 3 to the left, and that's going way off the graph. So unfortunately, I'm stuck with only those ones. So I will get a line and connect the dots here. So there you have it, connected all of the dots, and yeah, it looks good. So I'll just zoom out here. This is graphing a line. It is, like I said, relatively easy. It's pretty straightforward, and we've got some more questions to do that we'll pick up in the next video. let's just see if I can zoom this in enough so you can just see those graphs. And there you go.